Okay, guys, we are doing lesson 119. This is Algebra 2. All right, let's say if the absolute value of something, all right, the absolute value of something equals 4, then I'm going to graph this as -4 and +4. This would be the graph of the absolute value of something that is equal to 4. Okay, if the absolute value of something is less than 4, the absolute value of something is less than 4, then I'm going to wind up graphing that. I've got this -4, I have this +4, and the absolute value of that are going to be these numbers inside right there. Okay, so what happened with this is that my something wound up being greater than -4 and my something is less than +4. All right, so when I have the absolute value of something is less than something else, we wind up with this and. All right, so let's look at this. If I've got that I'm going to graph a set such that x is an element of the real numbers, such that the absolute value of x minus 2 is greater than, no, not greater than, less than 4, is less than 4. All right, let's graph this. Because I have this less than sign, I'm going to have an and. Okay, so I've got x minus 2 is going to be greater than -4, and x minus 2 is less than +4. All right, so move my 2 over and, hold on a second. Yeah, x is going to be greater than -4. Sorry, I just looked at that wrong for a second. So yeah, so here x is going to be greater than -2, and x is going to be less than 6. All right, so here I'm going to graph this. Here's my 6. Here's my -2. These are going to be my real numbers. All right, so this is here, and this is going to be this area right in there. Okay? All right, let's do another one. We're going to graph this set where x is an element of integers such that the absolute value of x plus 2 is less than or equal to 3. All right? Remember that my little z sign is going to be integer, so I'm going to have this and idea, right? Okay, so we're going to have the -3 and the +3, excuse me. So we're going to have our -3 and we're going to have our +3 over here. We're going to have a little and idea. All right. Okay. And remember that it's going to be greater than or equal to the negative. It's going to be less than or equal to the positive. So x plus 2 greater than or equal to -3. X plus 2 less than or equal to +3. So here, x greater than or equal to -5, and over here, x less than or equal to 1. All right, so here's my -5. Okay, here's my -5, and over here is going to be my 1, and this is going to be less than my 1. Okay, and so we're going to have the and here. So x is greater than or equal to 5. And remember, this is where this gets a little confusing. This greater than or equal to the 4 is greater than the -5, the -4. The -3 is greater than the -5, right? So we're going in this direction here. Okay, and the numbers that are less than 1, 1, and 0, and -1. Okay, so here between this and this, here we go. Okay. So thinking about the fact that the x is greater than -5, remember, are going to be the numbers that are going to be to the right. Okay, so notice this, okay? when we have that absolute value is less than, that's going to result in an and a conjunction. All right. When we have the absolute value is going to be greater than, that's going to give us an or situation or a disjunction. Good? And so think here, if I have the absolute value of something is greater than 3, okay, that something is going to be less than -3, or that something is going to be greater than 3, okay? So remembering something less than -3, those are going to be those numbers going towards that left-hand side, okay? So with this, I've got my -3, I've got my +3. Okay, these numbers are going to be greater than 3 this way, and they're going to be less than 3 this way. And think about it, when I go greater to here, I'm going to get 4, 5, and 6. Over here, I'm going to get 4, 5, and 6. The absolute values of those are going to be the same, right? So that's where I'm going to get those larger numbers, all right? Let's do 2 more real quick here. If I've got the absolute value of x minus 2 greater than 3, my domain is real. Okay, so this right here is going to give me an or situation. All right, so x minus 2 less than -3, or x minus 2 greater than +3. All right, so over here, x is going to be less than -1, x is going to be greater than 5. All right, 5, -1. Okay, it's going to be going in this direction because that's where I'm going to get those other numbers, and this is where I'm going in this direction. Okay, so those numbers 2, 3, 4, those are all going to be greater than that 1. Okay, last one here. We're going to have a set. X is an element of z of our integers such that the absolute value of x plus 2 is greater than 4. All right, so now we're going to have x plus 2 is less than -4, or x plus 2 is greater than +4. All right, so over here, x is less than -6, or x is greater than 2. So here I'm going to come over here, I'm going to get my -6, I'm going to get my 2, and this is going to be, the 3 and the 4. All right, and down here it's going to be -7 and -8. Remember that -7 and -8, those absolute values are going to be the larger, right? So those are going to be greater than 4, those absolute values there. Okay? All right, I hope that helps, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.